Greetings again, Internet, and welcome to yet another episode of A Comedy Musician Reacts. I am wearing the same shirt I wore in the last two videos because I recorded this at the same time. Well, after those other ones, obviously. Not simultaneously, that'd be very difficult without clones. Anyway, this week I am reacting to the brand new Princess rap battle by Whitney Avalon, which is the Queen of Hearts versus the Wicked Witch of the West. This one I had gotten quite a few votes. I was going to do it anyway, but ERB won out on the voting, obviously, because that's where most of my subscribers come from, apparently, is watching me do ERB videos. Videos? I said videos somehow. Videos. You know what I meant. To be perfectly honest, I have to be upfront about something. I know Whitney Avalon in the way that I know a bunch of comedy musicians online. I'm friends with them online. I've never met her in person, but I do know her through social media online, friends with her on Facebook and Twitter, etc. We've interacted quite a bit. Mutual friends through the Funny Music Project, which is the website I work for doing comedy music. And if you haven't checked that out, please check out thefump.com. New comedy music twice weekly on Tuesdays and Fridays and occasionally Sunday. And we've been doing that for about 12 years now. Regardless of the shameless plug for the Fump, Whitney Avalon does a lot of great comedy songs online, and the Princess Rap Battle is primarily probably what she's best known for. All of that said, to be perfectly honest, I honestly think the Princess Rap Battles are the weakest thing she does. I'm not as big a fan of the Princess Rap Battles as I am anything else that she does. She does a lot of good character songs where she'll take like a traditional song and kind of do a parody of it, where it's a character from, like, say, Fantastic Beasts or another Harry Potter thing or another pop culture character. Like she did a song as Janet from The Good Place, which is fantastic. And she, sings a song as these characters. And those are great. Those are probably one of my favorite things. And she also does more traditional comedy songs, too. But the Princess Rap Battles don't rank as high in my favorites of her videos as those other ones do, obviously. Also because I think the concept has worn out the actual battles they can do. This is called a Princess Rap Battle. There are no princesses in this battle. It is the Queen of Hearts, not a princess, a queen, and the Wicked Witch of the West, which is not a princess at all. And, they've had Hermione Granger and Katniss Everdeen do a battle against each other, and they're not princesses. So the Princess Rap Battle's not my favorite. Still good stuff, but not my favorite stuff of hers. But we are going to check out this new one because it's brand new, it's comedy music, and that's what I react to. So anyway, long introduction over, let's get into the song. Alyssa Preston is in it playing the Queen of Hearts.
This video is sponsored by DressesWithPockets.com.
And it's got a sponsor. I think Whitney's playing the witch, obviously. And the king looks great, but it's very Disney version.
The Queen of Hearts versus the Wicked Witch of the West. Let the rap battle begin.
Begone, Adele Dazeem. I'm a head-shaking machine. So many just call me the guillotine queen.
Adele Dazeem is what John Travolta accidentally called Idina Menzel at the Oscars, I think? I forget what award show it was, but he completely flubbed her name from being Idina Menzel to Adele Dazeem, or whatever it was. I can't even remember it now, she just said it. But yeah, that was bizarre. And Idina played Elphaba, the Wicked Witch of the West, in the Broadway show Wicked. She's also the voice of Elsa in Frozen. The singing voice and the speaking voice. Sometimes they mix that up, but she's both. Anyway, this is a decent opener. Adele, calling her Adele Dazeem Run the Opera is good. For me. I think. I'm going to take it too far.
Wicked Witch of the West. Let the rap battle begin!
The announcers...
The Adele Dazeem, I'm a head-taking machine. Chop so many nuts, call me the guillotine queen. I'll make you walk the green mile and roast your Salem style. Here's the lesson. Court's in session. And I do love a trial. Get this straight.
Okay.
The heart wants what it wants. I'm not a dunce, and unlike you, I do my own stunts. You might be okay at croquet, but you'll fall just the same. Cause I'm a master with the mallet, and I've never lost a game. You're too concerned with shoes to stop a homesick chick? This toothpick on a broomstick can't handle the thick.
Oh,
Always on my way,
okay.
so I make the laws. With a verdict and my boot, I'll kick your narrow ass to Oz.
Not bad. Not a bad first verse.
I'm the witch of the witch of the witch of the witch of the West, ha! You wish you could be like me, but bitch, I'm the best, ha! Cause I'm the meanest, the keenest, gonna upset the queenest, brighter than the Emerald City because I'm certainly the greenest. They tried to keep me down, but instead I have arisen. I overthrew the land and transformed Oz into a prison. The wizard was a con man, so weaklings gave him loyalty. But I can fly, so I defy both gravity and royalty. A woman with
Defying
real power,
gravity.
not a windbag liar, dickhead.
Another
Now, Oz
wicked
and Broadway
reference.
recognize the one who's truly wicked. You got your own itty bitty
Again.
bitty committee. You can run, you can hide, but I'll get you, my pretty.
Okay. Lots of references to the Broadway show. Obviously, Whitney's a big fan of the Broadway version, Wicked. Obviously mixing that with the more traditional thing that everybody knows of The Wizard of Oz, which the Judy Garland version is actually a remake, but that's neither here nor there. That's the one everybody knows as far as pop culture goes. But lots of references to Wicked in that. So that's, I guess that's the Elphaba they're pulling from, and they named her Elphaba in that. Not a great first verse for her, honestly. Couple digs, but mostly about herself. Most of her bars were pumping herself up rather than spitting against the Queen. I think the Queen probably won that one first. Oh, yeah, she was pumping herself up too, don't get me wrong. Talking about how she's a guillotine machine and better at croquet and everything's a court and trial, and that's very much in keeping with her character, but I still think her bars were better. I actually had a laugh or two at her lines, and Elphaba's I didn't. Also, that opening of the Wicked, Wicked, Wicked West went on a little too long, and it didn't have a good punchline rhyme to it. It was a decent throwback to Kid and Play, not Kid and Play, Jesus, Crisscross. I knew what I meant, Crisscross, with their song Jump, but it didn't do it for me, unfortunately. I'm sorry, Whitney. Sorry, but we got the rest of the song to go, so we'll see. And I also appreciate that they put these breaks in between the verses so I can stop and do that.
I got a little mister.
What happened to her sister?
Right, she became a basement in the midst of a twister. I'm a slayer
Not
and
bad.
a player. Mama Hawk gets paid. Wearing diamonds in the club while your monkeys get spayed. This podcast needs
spade.
a punching. You're more sloppy than a luncheon with a bunch of fucking munchkins who are too damn drunk to function. We're the original dreamland. You imposters can suck it. Cause Wonderland ain't nothing to fuck with. Wonderland ain't nothing to fuck with.
There's one from their previous battle with Alice.
This battle
Also
was a
not a
slaughter.
princess.
It's melting cause I'm hotter. This hag is hashtag thirsty. Here, have a cup of water. In a second they'll be singing Ding Dong, the witch is dead. By order of the queen, off with your head!
There we go.
This brat's got a temper. Now she's folding under pressure because she's screaming bloody murder while I'm smiling like a Cheshire. You're losing the beat. You might need a pacemaker. Don't you mess around with me because I'm a heartbreaker. I've got the powers and the flowers to KO your whole team. I got them poppies. Night, have a nice dream. You think this is a game? Tell these cards I ain't playing. Cut the deck like it's a check and rep this trunk of queen I'm slaying. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. I'll make a motherfucking scene like the Hulk without the bulk. It ain't easy being green. Like the roses that you keep. What you sow is what you reap. I'm the doom on a broom and this has been a clean sweep.
I wouldn't call it a clean sweep. As decent as that was, I wasn't feeling the witch's lines. I think I'm gonna have to give that one to the Queen of Hearts. I think she just had better lines. I think she had better punchlines. I think she had better references. And while they did come for each other a lot more in the second verse, I still think the Queen had it better. Sorry, Whitney. Nothing personal. It's just how I perceived this particular battle. Anyway, Folks, if you like what I do here, I do a bunch of these. I do a bunch of different videos too. I do my own comedy music. That's why this is a Comedy Musician Reacts. And if you like these, I do these every week, so please consider subscribing. Not just reaction videos every week, but I do a different video every week, either a taste test, a reaction video, a top 12 list, my own music videos, and also I do music that you can hear earlier than anybody else and see these videos before anybody else on my Patreon, which is patreon.com/insaneian. Anyway, thanks for watching this. I hope you liked it, and we'll see you next time.
Sorry, ignore that part. I've said too much. The point is, friend, that you mustn't lose touch with the riveting, roguish throat sack sensations that keep a fine handle on the fly population. The only thing I need you to do is to keep an eye out, looking down at your shoes every minute or perhaps every second will do. It's Frog noticing time, dude. It's Frog noticing time. Notice the frog. No, notice the frog.